Stop for a second and look at your phone screen. Look at it with absolute honesty. How many times have you unlocked it in the last hour, waiting for a notification that never arrives? How many times have you drafted that 20-line paragraph, loaded with explanations, pleading disguised as maturity and promises of change, only to delete it, or, what is worse, to send it and be ignored for days? Listen to me closely, brother. There is a cruel, dark, and fascinating paradox in human nature that the system has gone out of its way to hide from you, to keep you weak. The exact moment you decide to stop chasing the air is precisely when the wind begins to blow in your favor. While you stay there, with bloodshot eyes staring at a freezing screen, feeding the ego of a woman who already decided you are not her priority, you are screaming to the universe and her biological instinct that your market value is zero. They have programmed you through movies and songs to believe that fighting for love is an act of bravery. But in the raw reality of psychology, pursuing someone who turned her back on you is not bravery. It is social and emotional suicide. The day you decide, with absolute coldness and a determination of steel, that she has stopped being the sun of your solar system, that is the day her biological radar will detect a deafening void that will force her to react. Today, we are going to shatter the glass of your desperation. You are going to understand why, when you finally let go of the rope, she feels an irrepressible biological urge to tie herself back to you. Prepare yourself, because today you will learn that the only way for her to return is for you to learn to truly let her go. Before I reveal the social engineering that will invert the polarity of your power, do something for your dignity right now. Like this video and subscribe to the Dark Illusion channel right now. We do not search for followers here. We forge unshakable men. Let's begin. To understand why letting go is the most potent move on the board of relationships, we must turn to the ultimate authority on the study of power, Robert Greene, author of the 48 Laws of Power. In his 16th law, Greene is blunt and brutal. Use absence to increase respect and honor. This law is not a poetic suggestion. It is an inescapable biological sentence. Greene argues that what is abundant and always available depreciates automatically in the eyes of others. If you are always there, always ready to respond, always available to talk, always orbiting like a satellite hungry for attention, you have turned yourself into a cheap commodity, into air she breathes. Without giving thanks, when you stop needing her validation, you stop being air, and you become gold. The prestigious evolutionary psychologist David Buss, a pioneer in the study of human mating strategies, explains that women have developed over millennia an ultra-sensitive radar to detect a man's market value and autonomy. Emotional neediness is interpreted by the primitive female brain as a signal of low survival, lack of options, and genetic weakness. When you let go, when you withdraw your energy from her magnetic field, you send a deafening signal that you have a world of your own infinite resources, and that she has lost the privilege of your presence. In that instant, her instinct to pursue is activated because human beings by nature desire what they cannot possess. I know exactly what you are feeling while listening to these words. You feel a piercing void in your solar plexus, an anxiety burning your insides at the thought that if you stop seeking her out today and lock your bunker, she will simply forget you forever, move on with someone else, and you will be erased from her map. But listen closely, brother. That paralyzing fear is the shackle she uses to keep you under her remote control, often without her even being consciously aware of it. You are in a dead end because you have been trying to win an emotional war without knowing the architecture of the battlefield. You have been the predictable good guy, the one who always understands, the one who always forgives. and you ended up being the invisible man. The man who is taken for granted is not a man who is desired. He is a man who is subconsciously despised. Why does the act of letting go activate her obsession almost magically? Here, a fundamental concept of behavioral psychology comes into play, the Zeigarnik Effect. This scientific principle explains that the human brain has a pathological tendency to remember interrupted tasks or open cycles, much more than completed or closed ones. When you pursue her, when you are always there to respond, when you close every argument by apologizing even without being at fault, you are a closed cycle. She has already weighed you, she has already measured you, and she knows exactly what to expect from you. There is no mystery, there is no risk, and therefore, there is no investment of mental time. But when you truly let go, when you withdraw your attention all at once, and focus obsessively on your own mission in life, you open a deafening void in her reality. Your absolute silence becomes a giant unanswered question that will hunt her in the most vulnerable moment of her day, right before falling asleep. Her mind will begin to manufacture scenarios. Who is he with? Why doesn't he seek me anymore? Has he found someone better? How can he be so damn calm without my presence? That uncertainty is the seed that germinates into an uncontrollable obsession. She does not return because she suddenly loves you. She returns because her ego cannot tolerate the fact that she no longer holds the remote control to your emotions. She returns to close the cycle that you, with your sovereignty, left open. A woman's loyalty and desire are not negotiated with logic or promises or poems. They are negotiated exclusively with the respect imposed by your own personal sovereignty. As psychology points out, it is biologically impossible to respect someone you can emotionally control at your whim. The man who stands firm in his bunker of personal power, even when the pain burns him inside, emits a signal of high dominance that modern society has tried to castrate, but remains the strongest magnet for the female instinct. Understand something crucial. Letting go is not a cheap manipulation technique. It is a radical shift in your state of consciousness. As the principles of dark Stoicism teach, the high-value man is the one who possesses strategic indifference. It means your center of gravity has shifted from her smile toward your own achievements. The mistake of weak men is pretending they let go, while checking her social media every 5 minutes from a fake account. Brother, she will sense your energy of neediness through the screen. Real power is born from transmutation. Take that anger, that rejection, and that anxiety and turn them into high-octane fuel to forge a body of steel, a shielded mind, and a solid economy. A man of value does not ignore out of a childish tantrum. He ignores because he has infinitely more important and grand things to do than pursue someone who does not know the privilege of his time. The golden rule of power inversion is simple yet brutal. Give the woman exactly what she asked for with her indifference. She, with her actions, asked for a life without you. She asked for you to not be present. She asked for the cold of your absence. Give it to her in a way so radical, so absolute, and so freezing that the silence becomes an unbearable weight for her ego. Let her walk through the desert of your absence until the thirst for your validation forces her to crawl back. And when that strategic testing message arrives, because I assure you it always arrives, whether in a week or in 6 months, you must be mentally prepared. Not to celebrate, not to jump with joy and reply in a second, but to act with the surgical coldness of a sovereign who no longer recognizes his disloyal subjects. Power in a relationship always resides in the one who needs the other least. The exact moment you kill the neediness within yourself is the moment legitimate attraction is born within her. As the Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Finally, brother, remember this and engrave it with fire in your mind. Respect is not requested politely. Respect is not bought with gifts, and loyalty is not begged for with tears. Respect is imposed through your standards, through your self-love, and above all, through your real, proven capacity to walk toward the exit without looking back a single time. Stop giving away your light, your time, and your energy to those who prefer the darkness of others. Build your empire, shield your mind against manipulation, and become that axis of absolute calm in the middle of the storm that they will never want to abandon. The modern world does not need more needy, weak, and begging men. The world needs men with direction, men with honor, and men who know with total certainty that they are the prize. The moment you stop being the butterfly chaser and become the garden that attracts them is the moment you reclaim your masculine power. If this video has illuminated the darkness you are in, if it has given you the reality check you needed to wake up, and you are ready to stop being the supplicant, to become the unreachable prize, leave your like right now. Share this message with a brother you know is being devalued due to his own neediness. Do not allow the system to keep weakening your masculine essence. Subscribe to the Dark Illusion channel to keep shielding your mind with the tactical tools and wisdom that nobody else on this platform dares to give you. Always remember the fundamental truth: real power always resides in the one who needs the other least. Rebuild yourself, apply it without mercy, and reclaim the throne that belongs to you by birthright. Do not let a rejection define your destiny. Let it define your ascent. I will see you at the top of your new life, where the ice of your character dictates the rules of the game.